Hey guys and girls, it's Blackjack with 396 Guitars. We have looks like a Telecaster Aerodyne made in Japan. Really pretty little guitar. Brand new, customer bought it. We're going to go through it. We're going to do a setup and we're going to restring it. Brand new guitar right out of the box. Good customer of mine. Let's get to work. And remember, if you dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Let me just adjust the camera slightly. Okay, so really cool color. Off-white binding. Nice, made in Japan. I like the build quality on it. It's got locking tuners on it, Fender locking tuners. Very cool. I haven't worked on one of these in a long time, but for a new guitar, the strings are munched. String of choice, pretty good strings. He chose them. It only has one string tree on it. Break angle doesn't look great. In my opinion, it should have two string trees. The BE one is way up high. But we'll see. As long as it's not doing any kind of wonky stuff, we will leave it. If it needs one, it's no big deal. Let's start with, as usual, I'm going to see where we're at and where we're going to go. Brand new guitar. How did they ship it? Yeah. Pretty tight. Pretty tight. And customer complaint was, yeah, I really like the guitar, but it's buzzing. Well, that would explain it. It looks like the neck is super tight. The neck is actually in a back bow. And if you can see it with your eyeball, then yeah, it's really in a back bow. So that's going to need to be adjusted. Not surprising. Not surprising. Finish quality is really sharp. Where are we with string action? 2 64ths, 2, 3, 1.5, 1.5. Yeah, no kidding. The thing is buzzing. I don't know how it could not buzz. That's going to be a 4 mil. It is not a 4 mil. Why would a Japanese? Well, because it's a 5 mil. That's a pretty big truss rod adjustment for a small guitar like this. I would be surprised if it does not have a 2A truss rod. We're all the way slack, and we did get some neck relief, but I want to put some tension on it in the opposite direction. Does it have a 2A? Survey says nope. That could be trouble. Does not have a 2A truss rod. I am actually shocked at that. All right, so I knocked the tension off of it. I got a whole turn to loosen. Now I'm just going to put some tension on it, and it is straight as an arrow. We're not going to get enough neck relief out of this. I'm sad to say. Let's see how it plays though. It might take it. Survey says 2 straight. Oh, I don't like that. It's not in the back bow anymore. All I could do is get it to straight. I am shocked that it does not have a 2A truss rod. It should go 2 or 3 turns and then start catching in the other direction, but it's not. It is just loosening the nut off the truss rod. Yeah, this thing is going to have a neck straightening in its future. What a shame. Brand new guitar and you can't put enough neck relief in it. That is really a shame. Well, I'm going to proceed with the setup. It may play fine like that, but boy, future setups could be difficult. Right now it has nines on it, and he's putting nines on it. I would go to tens to try to put a little more tension on it, but let's restring it and do the rest of the setup. I did get some relief, but all I could get was pretty much a straight condition. If there's any, there's just ever so slight relief in it. Well, if it's a really good neck, it might take it. It might take it. It's there, but not where I would want it. I would actually put a little more relief, but I digress. Let's get to taking the strings off. It's got locking tuners, as I said. We're going to loosen those. Should all pop right off. They do. I like locking tuners of this nature. Different kind of saddles on this thing. Not exactly like Fender, more modern. Haven't seen them yet. Just noticed it. Just noticed it. Interesting. Those are roller type, Babbitt's type. I've seen that setup on a Babbitt's. It's actually a roller in there on a cam. It doesn't lift up and down with set screws in it like a traditional saddle. You have to loosen the lock screw, and then the other one turns the saddle itself in, and as it turns, it's on a cam, and it raises it up and rolls over the string, or the string rolls over it. Body through string. Some people think they're more stable that way. We'll see. We will see. I know it's a brand new guitar, but they look a little dirty. I'm just going to give them a 1000. Just to make sure, because now we have the strings off, we might as well polish them a little bit. And I'm only going to use the 1000 grit, just to give them a little, sharpen them up and clean them up. Because, oh yeah, there was some goop on there. Just tarnish. Just some tarnish. All right, stand by while I do all 500 frets. Be right back. So I like the guitar. I don't think it's brand new. He says it's brand new, but it's got some string wear on the frets. I polished them up a little bit. They're not in bad shape at all. They're actually in very good shape. But Yeah, it's got some string markings on there, and you know, play it once or twice. It's not gonna put those markings on there. It takes a while. Nice and tight, like that. Just to check. Nice and tight. I like that. That was a little loose. Okay. What's going on here? I do not like this type of output jack. They are just troublesome. They're recessed in there. They're hardly ever tight from the factory, but that one is. Okay, we're golden. I am not going to oil the board. I don't think it needs it. It feels really good. Let's at least wipe it down quickly under there. It's a little dirty, but not bad. It looks relatively new, but I don't think it's brand new. Maybe the string wear that's evident is just from people playing it in the store wherever it was born to and sent to. Don't know. Can't speak to it. Three-way, three-position switch, volume, tone. Very simple stuff. That's the way, in my opinion, a Tele should be, but that's just my opinion. I've been told it's not worth much, but opinions vary. I just can't not wipe a guitar down. It is just the way I do things. JFFK. That's how the serial number starts. After listening to the news this morning, this country is going politically cuckoo. Okay, strings. We're going to do the string height after we string it up, and I'm going to check that neck relief. I'm hoping a new set of strings will put just a slight more bit of neck relief in it, but that concerns me, I'm not going to lie. But I think I can make it play well. I think I can make it play well. In the future, who knows? Who knows? So, the usual. We just did one of these in a restring video. Not this kind of guitar. This is a Fender. But I just did a basic restring. Oh, for crying out tears! Come here, you. Just did a basic, and it was a body through because it had a trim system on it. So not really a body through string. Get in there. But go figure, you know, I just did that one, and now this guy comes in today, and I didn't want him to wait. He really wants the guitar back. I'm okay with that. Let's get it finished up. This won't take long. This is my method. You can follow it. You can mimic it. You can look up other methods. Some people lay the guitar flat on the bench with the back of the guitar hanging over so you can pass the strings through. I like the control of this. This is more tactile, and the guitar is right on my shoulder. It ain't going anywhere. D'Addario XS or XL, I can't remember, XS or XL. XS. Good strings. They last a long time. They sound good. Many decades. I mispronounced it. It's called the D'Addario. I don't know why. Are they XS? Or X? Or X something. Anyway. I'm easily distracted sometimes. So, with locking tuners, make sure they're all backed off considerably. Don't back them all the way out, otherwise that thing will come out in the palm of your hand. String's going to live here. Saddle, nut, string peg. Just go back to the next peg exactly and snip it off. Because these do not need wraps to lock the string. It has its own mechanical locker. You put the string through and just snug it under there. There's a knob. You turn it just like that. It locks the string. So all it's got to do is go around one. Just like so. And they're actually much easier than doing it the other way. Measure, bend, wraps, make sure everything's wrapping correctly. This does make it a hell of a lot easier. If the string doesn't want to go through, it usually means the locker's not open up enough. We're just putting tension on them right now. We're not going whole hog. I'm going to put the other four on standby. So all strung up. How close did I get? Oh, got really close on the A. Got really close on the D. That's pretty close. I'm not one of those freaks of nature that has perfect pitch. I can get close. I was actually really close on this one. So stretch, hold at the first fret. Just give them a gentle tug. You don't need to rip them out of there. Everything should go flat. And be mindful. Listen for tinking, something catching, which it did not do. Get it tuned back up to pitch. And then we're going to adjust our string height. I'm going to check this one more time. Maybe the gods of neck relief are smiling on me. Huh. Actually, it's a little better. Not better, but definitely a little better. So I think we're going to be okay there. We're going to start doing, I know all of these have to come up. So I know one of these is a locking screw and the other one is, being Japanese, I'm pretty certain that that's going to be is that the right size? Yeah. If I remember right, this is the locker. And this one rolls it up. Pardon my googly eyes. got a good turn on that one. So I'm going to give them all a good turn and then remeasure. I'm going to unlock them all. And then give them all a really good turn up. Yeah, most of them weren't even locked. None of them were locked except the low E was locked. All of them are a little loose. That one was slack. Alright, back to the A string. Now the locker goes in like this, and then the adjuster will stick up more prone. Let me give them all a full turn because damn, they were low. And I'm just guesstimating here because they were so low that I know they have to come up. And because we're raising them, we just effectively put a lot of tension on the string. So again, we're going to tune and drop. Where are you? Oh, are we not connected? There we go. Yeah, everything should have been sharp. It was. I don't think my cord was in there all the way. Remember, all I'm doing is relieving the pressure because I raised every saddle up. We put a lot of tension on those strings and sharpened everything up. So you can, if you go too far, too fast, too soon, you can snap a string or it'll come unwound. So be careful of that when you're adjusting your saddles up. If you're going down and you're lowering your action, you're loosening the tension on the string. So it's not as crucial. Let's see, did that gain us anything? I'm pretty sure it would have. 4. One full turn got me to 464, so all the way across. I want 5. I want 5. So I'm going to a preemptive strike, loosen some of the tension and go right back to another full turn. Tedious, isn't it? And then this, after this, it should be fine tuning. Where we're going to check it and adjust it on the fly. Once again, I'm not getting it exact right at this moment. I just want to check the adjustment. We should be pretty close. Pretty close. Five. Got 5 on the low E. We're going to bring everything up another half a turn except for the low E. Sorry for the camera angle, but fine tuning. Yeah, I like the low E. That's good. A is at 5. D needs to come up slightly more. That's good. That's good. Yep. We are now at 5/64 all the way across the radius of the board. You guys can argue that ad nauseum. That's where I put them. It's a pretty standard setting for Fenders. Can it go lower? Yep, it sure can. Can it go higher? Yep, it sure can. It's all personal taste. That's where I put them. Now we're going to check our intonation. So get tuned back up to pitch. And by now, with our strings being moved around and tensioned a lot, they should be stretched and start holding tune and become stable. Okay. Ta-da. I like that. Really nice. They always get that right. I don't know how, but they do. Boy, very nice. Yep. Come on, you. Tune up. Yeah. Beautiful. Intonation is beautiful. String height is great. The neck really, I don't know what kind of strings are on there. They might not have had enough tension, but I'm concerned about that. But I think we're going to be okay. Let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. Little benchtop gizmo here. It's been a hard day's night. That's what I always thought that sounded like. All right, what are we doing here? Let's go over here. Camera. I'm such a bass player, man. You give me a small instrument like this and I will push the strings all over the place. Nice little guitar. I like it. I like it a lot. I think we're just fine with the neck relief issue. Sorry, let me fix my camera. The neck relief issue, the truss rod is right. It's actually perfect. We don't have one dead fret. We got good string height. We got good intonation. And its future, maybe once it settles, and it may need to be adjusted again. But I think we're golden. I think we're golden. A nice ghost gray Fender Telecaster Aerodyne from Japan. Beautiful little guitar. I think he did well. We'll talk soon.